निपुण भारत, निपुण भारत। निपुण भारत।
Hello friends, you are given the first challenge in which you have written in your school workbooks. That challenge was, write your opinion about an ideal school. You have stated your thoughts and everyone has participated in it warmly. While making observations, it was noted that many people had shared some lovely thoughts. Next point of discussion is the part that you have to put down about an ideal school. The vision you have about it, where did you get these thoughts from? The idea of an ideal school that we have is based on what the parameter, what is the origin of your thoughts? Let us discuss that. The second question was to find out about it. It was to write about the origins of your thoughts. You have put down a lot of origins. Experience is one of them. Some stated they had seen some school, some had read books, some said they learnt in D.Ed or B.Ed. You have written down your thoughts based on all this. Regarding an idea of an ideal school, the point I am making is, are there origins of your thoughts comprehensively or are they limited? It may so happen that my experience is limited to me. I have derived it from my point of view, in my surroundings. So the question is, does everyone have the same point of view that I have, or do they have better suggestions too? If anyone has better point, then should I stick to my point of view or should I think about more comprehensive suggestions? Do I need to work on it? We can work on that only when we understand the origin of our thoughts. If the origin is limited, then it needs to become more comprehensive. The basis of the thoughts that I have needs to get comprehensive. To get comprehensive, I have to constantly learn, understand new concepts. And if the basics I possess are contradictory, then I will have to adjust to new thoughts. These thoughts or origins that we have are constant, and to change them, we will constantly have to think about the thoughts. This in English is known as metacognition. Thinking about thinking is the process to understand the basics of my thoughts, and that is correct or not. Is it comprehensive enough? When we start thinking like this, then we can grow the capacity to know new things and we build an approach to accept new things. While doing this, you also have to think, are there any barriers in me accepting new things? Not to be able to do so or accept new things is the hindrance that I have. Sometimes when a thought is put in front of me or some special point comes across to me, I feel probably I know this. I have thought about this before. I have tried doing this before. So the thought that I am filled with or the place in which I stand is causing a barrier in me in accepting new thoughts. If this is happening, then I limit myself and close myself to new thoughts. For this problem that I am facing and that needs to be overcome, the topic that we are discussing now is important. So I will have to check how to comprehend my thoughts. How will I be able to accept new things? I have to check the thoughts that are coming to my mind. When others put their thoughts to me, I am in a position to align them together. How should I overcome this? The opposition that occurs, am I in a position to avoid this? This entire process is known as metacognition. When we start this process and keep on repeating it, it will be easier to accept new things. When we are learning new things or accepting new thoughts, an unbiased view is very necessary. Bias creates negativity, while unbiased creates positivity. Our trainers have done one more activity with you. Which was that activity? They had kept 2 water bottles, one filled and the other empty. They asked you to pour water from one to another. You were told to do only what is told. What did you see in this activity? What was your experience? Till you open the lid of the bottle, you cannot pour water from one to the other. But many times it is happening that the bottle in which you are trying to pour water is closed, and when you are pouring water from second bottle, Water is being poured, but it is not filling the water bottle. Why is this happening? The reason for this is because the lid of the bottle is closed. Many times what happens is not only that the lid is closed, but the bottle with closed lid is completely full. What does all this imply? It implies that the same thing is probably happening with me as well. Have I closed my lid tightly while accepting new things? The lid of the bottle had threads which closed the lid. Do I also have these threads which is hindering in me accepting new things? What kind of threads can that be? One can be that I am a grown up, I am highly educated, my age, my education, my experience, or my wisdom. You need to think, are these putting barriers to me in accepting new things? Friends, yes, there are threats like these which cause barrier to us to accept new things.